Like, there are, of course, atheists are like, they deny the claim of Christianity, but that says nothing about like whether an atheist would be prone to be violent towards Christians for their belief.
And can I take the other horn now? Oh wait, did he leave? Oh,
he's gone.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me also say something. Like, yeah, like this whole idea that like people are like persecuting them, especially like in America, is like not even true. Like by far. If anything, they're dominant and they're dictating like the laws and like the government and everything that should happen.
The Ten Commandments
like,
in class.
Yeah, like Christians in America are like not even like
power.
Yeah, they're not a minority. They are the like special class. They are dictating everything. Like I don't like if you're in America and you're a Christian, you're not being persecuted. Like stop being a victim, please.
Yeah.
The only way, like
wait, and the other horn I was about to go down is like now that we got all of your wrongness out of the way, let's just say that was all correct what you said. What does that have to do with the God being true? Like
yeah, fair.
Yeah, and like they try to use that sometimes. They'll say like, oh, you know, people are trying to debunk Christianity, so therefore God must be true. And it's like, no. People might just be like searching for the truth and like, you know, trying to debunk Christianity as much as like they're debunking any other religion.
Yeah.
And even we're debunking more than any other religion. It's because like the United States is a majority Christian country, right? And so yeah, we're gonna go for Christianity because that's like the most of what's here, right? We don't really have conversations about like Islam or Buddhism or the Greek gods or the pantheistic gods or really any of the other gods. I can't really name them. I have a friend who's a Wiccan who believes in like witchcraft and stuff. We're really good friends and like want to visit her one day. We went to college together. But yeah, different things like that you're not really gonna find, but you'll find a majority of like Christianity. Like, man, whenever I hear someone say that like Christianity is so heavily critiqued because it's the truth, I just know they're not really intellectual.
Yeah, like I was in a discussion with like some theologian user on here, and the prompt literally was why try to silence or debate Christians if we're wrong? And I was like, okay, like explain this to me, like what's going on? And he was like, yeah, like Christians get persecuted unfairly. Like some guy was screaming homophobic slurs about the Jew community in my live, and I went off on him, and I got banned because I'm a Christian, but he was live the next day, and I was like, wait, do you think that guy that was saying those slurs about the Jew community was wrong? And he was like, what do you mean? Yeah, obviously they're wrong. And I was like, okay, then why try to silence that guy or debate him if you think he was wrong? And he was like, oh, okay, no, that's a good question. And I was like, yeah, like obviously if I think beliefs can be harmful to some extent, and I think that you have the wrong belief, I'm going to want to stop you from doing that because I think it's harmful.
Yeah, are people asked the question like, why do atheists spend so much time trying to like prove that like God's not real if you believe that God's not real? Like they're trying to indicate that like you have some like belief that like God is real. But then again, like yeah, it could just be like an intellectual like thing that you're into. Or
yeah, people don't think video games are real. People are obsessed with video games. Like you don't control what you're interested in. You just find something interesting or not.
Well, that's because we live in a simulation.
Oh no.
Or like
based.
I used to debate flat earthers, right? I used to debate flat earthers because I think it's worthwhile to try to spread correct information and tackle misinformation. Like by that worldview, you're like, oh, you assume flat Earth to be true because you spend time trying to debunk flat Earth. Like,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
Just silly. It's it's poor reasoning.
It's really bad.
I think a lot of the problem that I have with a lot.
But hang on, Jim, the super Christian, is here.
Oh no, not Jim, the super Christian. I heard he's Eastern Orthodox.
Where's Wit at? Ain't she Eastern Orthodox too?
Bless all of you this morning.
I heard that Jim thought he was Protestant.
He's Eastern Orthodox, but like he talks so incessantly about his carnivore diet, and like it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
Things that I take a major issue a lot of the time when a lot of Christians talk about the persecution that they face, and they say that atheists are the ones to blame. with the implication that atheists are, I guess, less moral, which obviously they think we're less moral than they are. But, like, they think that we're the worst of the worst, that because we don't believe in anything or because we reject theology, that we're more likely to harm someone. When statistically, like the stats that I just had up on the screen are about like the unaliving penalty, and atheists are more overwhelmingly against the unaliving penalty than Christians are. Like, by a large, like, I think it was, I'm trying to pull it back up. It was 65% of atheists and 57% agnostics either strongly or somewhat oppose the unaliving penalty for people convicted of unaliving. So even though we're a smaller populace in this country, we're still more overwhelmingly against the unaliving penalty.
But also for like to like play the advocate or whatever, like we're also probably more likely statistically to be pro-choice, which they think is unaliving. And so it's like there's always these like ethical problems that like people just like neatly somehow all fall on the same side of, whether it's that like Luigi guy versus the Thompson guy. One time it's like everybody in this group thinks this way about a certain thing, and then something happens where the other group thinks, oh, obviously we're all going to feel the same way about this, but it still doesn't happen, and I wonder what makes that so.
Yeah, I think I have.
By the way, I think Luigi was a hero. Anyway.
W.
Free our boy.
Here's my analogy towards all of it, right? How do you know the symptoms of the enemy within? What is like one of the first symptoms of the enemy?
Hey man, you're super low. I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
Like IQ or volume?
Oh, is my volume? Hold on.
Oh yeah, the volume.
Yeah, how about now?
Also, yeah, free Luigi.
Dude, everybody posting alibis is fucking hilarious.
What is the enemy within? What is
how much money he got on his
enemy
policy?
within? Like when you see somebody who's like got the enemy within them, what is like a symptom of it?
The enemy within. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay, so what you guys were talking about, like the justification of certain things, right? Like the problems of people not thinking the same way as me, or the different qualities of life, the way how we see things on the same plane, and we all have a big, huge discourse about it. And we
yeah, that's landing with me. Yeah.
Okay, so when I say that, it's like, how do you find, what is the first symptoms of the enemy within? Because somewhere within that conversation that you're having and he's having, the enemy is growing. And what is that symptom?
I think one symptom of my perception of the enemy within is the readiness to overreact to somebody who's on your side but doesn't like align with your property set or something. Like
oh yeah.
Like on the left, like I'll be debating like trans issues or like pro-choice or something, and then like I'll have people who come in and be like, "You're not a woman, you can't debate pro-choice. You're not trans, you can't advocate for like trans people." It's like, okay, I'm not black. I think that races should be treated equally. Like, what are we fucking talking about? So like for like people, the enemy within for me is like being so ready to emotionally respond to somebody who is at the end of the day on your side and like eat your own. That is a symptom. Is that kind of answering your question?
That's kind of. I was more listening for the symptom versus the reaction to the symptom. Like once you establish the symptom, you start kind of like trying to heal it or going at it, trying to kind of aggressively making sure that
the only way you can deal with that is by recognizing that like it's going to be more detrimental to you in the long term to like attack people who are ideologically mostly in line with you based off of small differences, right?
Right.
Like, right hand was saying, if you're a leftist.
Hey Jack, 1 second. I know we're talking about attacking people that agree with me. You can call me Zach or you can call me right here, but this right hand shit has got to go, brother.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Sorry. Anyway, Zach.
Yeah.
But so like, if we're talking about like politics, right? Like, the right doesn't seem to have this issue. They can have fairly large structural differences in the way that they world or what they want. They're like aligned on a few core social issues. They'll form a coalition. The left has this kind of like purity test issue where you like if you are even 99% aligned, but like maybe there's one thing that you're not quite like squared with. It's really quick that the left will say you're not actually part of us and cast you out.
Yeah, and it's crazy and it's also crazy how deep the narrative goes because like you have leftists who are like blue-haired protesters, you have liberals, you have libertarians, whatever. You have like, and there's so much animosity if you don't agree on every point of doctrine. But then every single person on the right thinks that your kid is going to school to shit in a litter box, and then they're being taken out of the litter box, and they're getting their gender surgery just to later regret it and detransition to be a gay atheist. Like, everybody thinks that exact narrative, and it's crazy.
All right. So I'll shorten it up. Blow that out real quick. Oh, the engine's blowing out over here in my land. It's not going to be good. So when I was saying about the enemy within, where the big issue dilemma is that enemy within, we can't really. It's like a ghost in some sense. But we can find the symptoms, and the key symptom is.
What are you doing?
Say you're cynical. You're talking to somebody, you're having this dialogue, they come off being cynical. You become cynical. And all of a sudden, there is no transition. There is no exchange. Now it's just give me back what I had, kind of thing. And then we come to where we are. We have to get past recognizing when that comes up and how to duly note the fact. Because really, it's within you versus them. You're kind of fighting with yourself after a while, especially at this age and time when there's so much going on. You find yourself fighting about you versus them, and that's where it starts. And it's kind of like a tragic kind of like plague, where you have to like, what are we supposed to take to fix it?
Wait, unresolved. I think that maybe you're talking about something, and then it's inspiring us to talk about something like different.
Yeah, I don't think we're on the same page anymore.
But
I thought we were, and now I no longer think we're on the same page.
Are you bringing up something to get to a religious point of some kind?
Not at all. I hope not. Oh gosh, I hope that was not where I was going with that.
I guess I just assumed. Sorry.
If I ever tried to talk about anything that was like in that level, it'd be more like a parable of a story where I wouldn't use the names. I just talk about a story of someone. You know what I'm saying?
Are you
Yo, hang on.
Do you believe
that
that
they just canceled your flight?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
They did?
Oh shit! They canceled your flight, bro.
Again?
That's really
Damn.
In Paris.
Coco's gonna live in Paris.
Coco, get to the gate attendant and like try and troubleshoot that shit like right now. Like, no, yeah, or see if there's like a different flight you can get like right now.
See if they can't bounce you to London and then from London back home. It'd be a fucking crazy ass like layover. But
Yeah,
it might be better than sitting in Paris for a week.
Ask if they know who your father is.
Or like you could either bounce to like London or Madrid.
Yeah, you know enough French. You know enough French to apologize for your existence, right? Like, because that'll help maybe a little bit. I don't know. It's Paris.
Oui.
Paris.
Je suis désolé. Je suis américain. Je ne peux pas enfoncer.
Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's
no.
They're meant to explore Paris more.
So it's just say je ne pas français. There you go. That just means I don't speak French.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a performative contradiction.
While we're at it,
Josh.
I can show you the buildings.
Perfect, man. It's more like singing it. It makes it a little bit easier when you say it.
Oh yeah, no, that's the idea. See, the Parisians love being sang at. Historically speaking, they love it when you sing to them.
They also love when you insanguinate them.
Yeah, and try and say it with as least of a French accent as possible. So like, je ne parle français. Like, you really want to give it the nasals.
Yeah, Josh. The problem with that is that's going to be a
accent,
performative contradiction, right?
What's that?
I said the problem with that is saying I don't speak French in French is just going to be a performative contradiction. So there's actually no basis to the ground
I'm
language.
sure. Yeah, I mean, look, man.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, they've canceled my flight like 3 times now. We've been stuck in Paris for like 3 days.
That was a 3? I thought it was a W.
The subject.
Coco.
Well, out of all the countries to be stuck in, right?
It could be worse.
Colon Belly.
Is this a flight that goes from Paris to Nigeria?
Yeah.
On a globe Earth, maybe.
So we went from Austin to New York, then New York to Paris, and then it's supposed to be Paris to Nigeria.
Shit.
Just vacation in Paris, man.
I mean, Paris kind of smells, if I'm being real.
That's only because you just
Like, it's
visited
fun,
there.
but, like, it does smell.
But the food there is pretty good, too.
The food is...
When I was walking around in the food court, for some reason I did smell some.
Was it piss? You smelled some piss?
I'm not sure if I see this on TikTok.
Yeah, that's that natural...
I wouldn't say that, especially.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. No, but... Oh, it's my bad. I didn't know you couldn't say that. That's... I love the TikTok shop.
Yo, the TikTok shop, honestly, is the one-stop shop for all the drops until you want to shop till you drop, you know? And that's
Exactly.
that's
Did you know
just
you
crazy.
could actually find... did you know you could actually hear the people singing the song of Angry Men in the TikTok shop?
This is new brain rot.
What's the Angry Men song, like R.
It
Kelly or
is.
something?
Do you hear the people singing the song of Angry Men? It is the voice of the faithful who will not be shamed again when the beating of your heart matches the beating of that one. You know.
Wait, what can this guy not do? You're fluent in French and you're a baritone? What the fuck?
God,
Oh damn! You actually got it. Yeah, no, I am a baritone. I was trained operatically. I can also speak German.
Damn.
Aber mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Ich habe einen konversational Akzent, das ist Amerikaner.
Yeah,
Ich
there is a
gelernt
little
Deutsche
bit.
auf meine Eltern.
Yeah, I hear a little bit of American accent in there.
Entschuldigung.
Yeah, what can you do about it?
Meine
Yeah.
Hast
Eltern
du
sind...
Deutsch gelernt? Ich wohne,
Ja,
ich
online.
wohne in Deutschland.
Oh ja?
Ja,
Deutschland, geboren auf Deutschland. Ja, so ist mein Vater. In Weidefeld.
ach so. Ach so.
Ja.
So du wirst hier geboren, oder? Habe ich verstanden.
Entschuldigung?
Kommst du aus
tut mir leid.
Deutschland?
Nein. Ich geboren auf Amerika. In Wisconsin. Ja.
Ach so, du hast sehr gut Deutsch.
Oh, vielen Dank.
Pretty good, yeah.
Ja. Y hablo
Wait.
un poquito de español, pero mi español es muy blanco.
Yo soy.
Sí. Hey, what's up?
Boy.
Yo soy más de 500 kilos de dar la vuelta al mundo en menos de un segundo.
All right, Jim, test his Spanish.
Ok, lentamente, por favor. Mi español, que mierda.
No, it's not that bad. It's good enough to say that.
Fair enough, but like, Dan, like you know, like more words than I do. I caught kilo, and I was like, I don't. What?
Well, I just like words, and I like music. Like, so when I think of Spanish songs that I like, I just think of what I want to say, and if there's a Spanish song that says that, and then I just try and like fuck it together, you know?
That's actually really solid. That's actually really brilliant. I like that.
Yeah, so Calle 13 has a song that says like, yo peleado con cocodrilo, me balanzado sobre un hilo cargando más de 500 kilos, and I just think that like. To say that I can lift heavy shit is one thing, but to say that you can balance like 500 kilos on each arm while walking a tightrope is just like, that's just swag right there, you know?
That's next level. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real.
yeah.
That's a vibe.
It's
You
a
know, I
vibe.
wish I learned Spanish. Like, so like my my biological dad and like his family, they're all from Puerto Rico. So like, I'm kind of irritated that the only Spanish I know was taught to me in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Because essentially we're taught Spain Spanish, which is like
Yup.
yeah,
the whitest Spanish, and I don't like it.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I get fucking clowned on. I get clowned on so hard whenever I try to speak Spanish to my crew members, and they're like, "Where the fuck did you learn Spanish, gringo?" And I'm like,
It's rough.
And then like Ecuadorian
I'm
Spanish
sorry,
is
it's
like
what the
it's like
American
even
school
like
system did to me.
yeah. And then like
My teacher in school would be like, Spain Spanish is the correct version of Spanish. Anything else is like dirty gutter Spanish.
wait,
And then, like, you
that's
try to talk to-
xenophobic and language realism.
I was
Oh my
gonna say
God.
that is racist type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
And then like Ecuadorian Spanish reduces it even further. You can't even say like if you said like "Cómo te llamas" to somebody who speaks like Ecuadorian Spanish, they could just say like "Con mi celular."
Oh, shit.
You know?
Jim just fucking awoke. He just went Super Saiyan.
I've gone beyond. All right, Jim, this is your time to shine, bestie.
Wait, did I say something incorrect?
Jim's hair,
What did I
Jim's
say?
hair just turned full fucking blonde and is spiked up all over the place.
All of his grays finally came through.
Wait, is just Jim? Like, are you? Do you speak Spanish?
He's Ecuadorian, brother.
Oh, nice. So did I say something that was wrong?
No, it's right. Like, like Ecuadorian Spanish, like Ecuadorian slang Spanish is gonna be like very unique.
Yeah, so it's like con mi like "Cómo te llamas" isn't like "What's your name?" It's "How do you call yourself?" Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody wanted to like pop off like just be tongue in cheek, they could just say like "Con mi celular," like I call myself on my cell phone. I don't give a like. Are you asking me what my name is or like what the fuck's going on?
She said, I call myself on my cell phone.
Jim, are you sick?
No, I'm just I have a lazy day today, so I'm like just lounging.
Oh, okay.
I got my COVID-19 vaccine yesterday, so I'm feeling a little.
Is that a banned word on this app?
I fucking hope not.
Yeah.
Actually?
That's fucking stupid.
I think the issue is like people think it is because like conspiracy theorists will talk about it and they'll be like, "It's not real, it's fake," and then like TikTok's like, "You can't spread misinformation."
Yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I know what isn't misinformation, and that is the TikTok shop. I mean, the loop lasso. Have you seen that thing? I mean, come on.
I bought the African net sponge that was being advertised for months, and it's honestly the best thing ever.
I bought.
To be honest.
Oh, sorry.
So we bought a standing mirror, like a full length mirror, off of TikTok shop.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually like I was expecting it to like have terrible quality and be super distorted. It honestly is like a decent mirror, and for the price that a normal like full length like framed mirror, standing mirror is, it's like a fraction of the cost.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I wonder what that is. Where like it, because it's not like TikTok is like the like Wayfair of social media, right? So like or like what is it? What's the really bad one?
Timu.
Oh yeah, it's not like TikTok is like the Temu of social media. So why would we expect that the endorsements they get to be like Temu quality, right? But people do associate it with that.
I guess my reason is like I saw like what a normal full length mirror from like I don't know fucking our house or some stupid shit was costing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, God bless, I don't want to pay that much for a full length like freestanding mirror. And then I saw it on TikTok and I was like, that's less than $100. What the fuck?
Shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is cultural appropriation, Amber. If that was like
It is.
yeah, if that was like a qualification list.
And I got the African black soap
Okay.
to go with it.
Insane. Oof. That's a microaggression.
I found the I bought the means of production on the TikTok shop, and
Well, let's ask Coco since
Really?
he's.
no,
Coco, is
I'm
it
just
cultural
being
appropriation
silly.
if I bought the African net sponge and that black soap?
Wait.
Well, if you bought the means of productions on TikTok, wouldn't that just make you another dirty capitalist?
It would. It absolutely
Well,
would.
not if you get the bundle pack that comes with the labor theory of value, because then you can have.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I
Yeah.
totally missed that. I totally missed. Next time.
Because
In the
it
meantime,
it has an instruction manual that explains why the cost of goods when supply and demand are
Right.
in equilibrium is one price rather than another price. So capitalism doesn't
okay.
really have a good way of explaining that. But yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And speaking of which, I gotta run. I gotta go generate more profit for shareholders. So.
Speaking of which, I gotta fly on my broom.
Goodbye, capitalist scumdogs.
W capitalism.
I hate it.
Coco, Mitch said he'll come and keep you company at the airport.
Oh, I thought bro was just
well, never
squeezing
mind.
another
He
joke in
lied.
there. He really left.
Making lies over here. Okay. Have you guys enjoyed my makeup tutorial?
Is that what you were doing?
I didn't even know you were still on here, Amber. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
thought you were trying to hide all those wrinkles, Amber. Sorry.
I thought you were doing ASMR for I don't know. The rest of the joke.
Don't you have to make noise for ASMR?
Jim, you missed it about like 30 minutes ago. I was completely barefaced. That was really the time to come up with some jokes.
Is there a difference between then and now? I don't see a difference.
I don't think you've seen me barefaced.
Jim, I thought this was your lazy day. Okay, relax.
Not when it comes to roasting me. It's not.
Amber's my cool.
Jim never takes a day off from roasting Amber.
She's my cool, way older sister.
But like way old, like
literally a week. I'm literally a week older than him.
Well, that's true because the last time
you guys 6 years.
The last time you guys hung out with each other was at your great granddaughter's 80th birthday. So.
Coco doesn't look happy.
Well, no, he's tired. He wants to go
for 3. Of course, he's not happy.
Yeah, he has resting third flight delay face.
Third flight delay.
So basically,
I was stuck around for reasons for 3 days too.
So we've been in Paris for like 3 days. They've been canceling our flights and telling us that the flight can't go to Nigeria. And basically, like today, right? I'm in the airport for like 10 hours because they canceled the flight. Then said like, okay, the plane's gonna fly out at 10 o'clock tonight. Now everybody that was in line is just like yelling at the French desk people because they've canceled the flight again. So we're stuck in Paris for like another day, and we don't even know if we're gonna like get out of here at this point.
Have they given a reason for the flight?
It might be another 2 days.
You know that.
Go ahead.
Have you looked at the terms of services for your flight and stuff? Because it could be the case that you're entitled to like compensation and stuff based on this delay.
A 3-day delay would be a shit ton of compensation. I know that would be the case in America. I don't know about Europe though.
Or do you know the CEO of that company?
Actually, yeah, we're stuck here till Sunday. Actually, they just said that they can't get us a flight till Sunday. So
do you know
it's Friday right now.
Do you know the CEO of that company?
No, but I know it's Air France. That's the company name.
I'll Google it.
But on the bright side, I got this from Paris.
So they're gonna,
no, I'm kidding.
Hey, and are they putting you up in a? They have to put you up in a hotel room and like provide you money for food.
Yeah, I mean they gave us when they said that we're supposed to sit here and wait till 10. They gave us like a food waiver, and like I bought some food, but there's not many options. But they refused to give us a hotel because they don't book hotels during the day. But yeah, like
it's not the fact that it's going to be the day anymore. It's the fact that like that you're going to be stuck there until Sunday. They need to give you a place to stay to go fucking sleep.
Yeah, we might end up spending Christmas here. To be honest, Christmas in Paris.
W.
L.
But.
Oh, no, wait! You can't say L because that's just speaking French. You have to find another way to say that they're bad.
Bad. We're stuck here. But like, if we're stuck here for another 3 days, then maybe I can go visit the Eiffel Tower and take some pictures or something.
True.
I don't know. Visit a church.
Yeah, dude.
But
go to the Louvre.
Notre Dame did just open back up, so you can go see it again.
I'm not even sure if I want to get on this plane because it's being delayed so much. Like the plane might actually crash out of the sky.
Well, like, is it an issue with the plane itself, or is it an issue with like some like I don't know? I assume you're flying into Lagos. Is there an issue like on the ground in Lagos? What's going on? What have they said?
I don't think there's any issues because like people have been telling me that other planes are landing in like Lagos and stuff.
Then like, can they not bounce you to another airport that like can do their job?
Based.
Like, I don't know, you could go to Athens, you could go to Madrid. There's a shit ton of international airports. Fuck, you could go to, like, I think you could probably get to, well, maybe not Mykonos.
I'm not good at geometry, but there has to be another airport around there, like somewhere.
I mean, either Athens or Madrid should be able to get hell. Definitely Madrid.
Yeah, whatever's geologically just closer, you know.
Madrid for sure, right? Like it's more like a straight shot south. Or fuck, can they get you to another African nation that could then bounce you over to?
Yeah, whatever Geodude is like the closest.
Yeah, like that's the thing. So my plane's supposed to take me to Abuja, but like next to Abuja is Lagos, right, in Nigeria, and that plane this entire time has been landing there, right? No problems. So we could go to Lagos, right? It's in the country. It's still like in the same area. It's like a couple miles off. But it's just like they won't take us to Abuja.
Why? They're just not saying why, what the issue is.
I don't know. Maybe it's like plane issues. Yeah, because other airports with other planes, they're landing in Abuja, so it's just something with their plane. Like, I don't know, they're having like some kind of issue. I don't know what the issue is.
That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, we've been in Paris for too long.
Yeah, 30 minutes is too long to be in Paris.
Hey, Jack, we get it, man.
I'm not going to stop my Parisian hate. I won't do it. You cannot make me.
At some point, you're preaching, you know?
I am preaching. This is my gospel.
Yeah. It's not a good look for you, man.
Well, you know.
Being hateful doesn't look good on you, buddy.
I'm just trying it on for size.
Typical liberal.
Yeah.
Whatever, carnivore.
Wait, Jack's a neolib.
Nice try.
Isn't that right, Jack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
According to Mitch, I am.
Yeah. Well, and according to your views, I'm saying that maybe you don't identify as one, but your views entail that you are one.
Yeah, definitely.
If it walks like a duck, you know.
Exactly. If it walks like a duck, then it probably meets its destiny on the road that it takes to avoid it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It walks like a duck and throws Molotov cocktails. Well,
true. It's a Parisian with like what is it, pigeon toed?
yeah.
If it walks like a duck and throws Molotovs, it's a pigeon toed Parisian, dude. What do you guys think about that guy earlier who said that he knew the rest of the quote and then claimed that he wasn't lying?
I think he's taken way too many illicit substances.
Yeah. He's like one of those people that like, I don't know, have like come close to an ego death one or two times and then like they just, I'm always tripping, man. I don't even need that stuff anymore. It's like, huh? Go drink in the woods with your friends, I guess. I don't know.
Like,
your mic is bad, and your bars are bad. W mod Jim. W mod Jim. Yeah, look, I called Jack a neolib, and now he's running away.
Alright, is it back? Did it fix itself?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, am I still? Alright, sweet. I don't even know. What was I saying? I have no idea.
Some neolib talking
Lost my
point,
train of
I
thought.
think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you were talking about the guy who psychedelics or something.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, I think he just took, like, way too heavy of a dose of, like, DM space T at one point in time, and now he thinks he's enlightened.
Yeah.
I can't tell whether, like, people who have had, like, really hard trips and think, like, they gave them the secrets to the universe are my favorite or favorite type of
There are definitely
spiritualist debate.
There are definitely like stories. Like, there's a YouTube channel called like Tales from the Trip, and some of them are obviously like just typical like breathing in and out motions of like objects that don't like move, right? But then there are some stories that like
Mhm.
if you take what they're saying as truthful, it's kind of like wild to experience. Like the Purple Lady story, I think is like one of the most viewed videos on that channel. And it talks about this guy who basically every time he does the DM space, T word, he like experiences this like purple being, and she knows him, and she always says that like she knows him, and then he like gives it to his friend for the first time ever, and his friend after says that he wasn't really having a good time because the purple being and all of her friends were asking where the original taker was, and like saying that like he should be there too, and he had never told the guy about the purple being or something. It's like easily there are a lot of explanations for that aren't that, but if that is true, it's really interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Like obviously you could lie. Obviously they're
Yeah, it is interesting to think about. And like, I mean, yeah.
No, you go ahead.
So like, I'm sorry. I think we have like a little bit of a delay between us. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say like I've had a trip at least once, a couple times, and like during those experiences, they were really cool, right? Like they're really interesting thought process, like the way your brain functions on it is weird. And I remember thinking like the last time I took a really heavy one, I was like, I can understand why people who experience this would make a jump to be like, there is spirituality about the universe. Because like when you're like floating in like the astral sea of like geodesic patterns, it like, that's pretty surreal feeling. And then you come back and you're like, whoa, there's something special about the world.
Yeah, but then realizing that like I don't know, if we could hook wires up to specific parts of our brain, that we could just make a machine do those exact same patterns, and we would experience the exact same level of like real. It like that's how I keep myself like grounded. Cause,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I have friends who did that, and now they're like non-dualist, like they think that everybody is the same thing, and like it's just a wild concept. It's like if you knock over a glass, you are the glass, and you're the. It's just like wild stuff that they believe.
Yep. Well, I was an adult the first time I ever tried anything that would cause me to hallucinate, right? And I walked into it as a skeptic. I'm like, I don't think I'll see anything that's going to cause me to like have radical fundamental shifts in my beliefs, but like maybe I will. But like during those experiences, like I'm like, yeah, I totally get why people make this conclusion. It is I don't think it's the correct conclusion, but I think if you've had those experiences, it's a rational conclusion for you to come to, because you're like, obviously your brain is like super messed up, and it's just like throwing random shit at you.
Yeah. But in the same vein, like when as somebody who like, I don't know, like I really do like changing my mind when I'm wrong, and I really do like thinking stuff that I have good reasons to think. Whenever I do stuff like that, just being in touch with that part of like how your thoughts flow makes me appreciate the skeptical parts of who I am even more. So like.
Yeah, occasionally I'll run into somebody who like wants to critique skepticism or even radical skepticism, and I'm always a little off put by that, because the way I kind of view these things, like I look at philosophy as like a toolbox, and for certain situations it's useful to draw certain tools out and be like, this is how I should view this through this lens to come to like some, I don't know, like better understanding, right? Like I don't think, like I'm looking at something utilitarian, like I don't think utilitarianism is always the best choice for a situation, but I think it can help you, especially with really morally ambiguous questions, things that are really hard to parse through. I think like utilitarianism might just be like, okay, this will help me cipher through this, or like I think of skepticism much in the same way. I'm like, I think it like is a very useful tool to try to help you parse through thoughts.
Yeah, like, because to sum it up in like a sentence, I think that skepticism just means like I think that you should have good reasons for believing in the stuff that you believe, and then just to respond to that with, no, it's just like crazy to me. It's like, why not? Like, what makes that better than having good reasons? Like having bad reasons or no reasons, it's just wild. Yeah. Somebody was talking about this earlier. It was I think it was in the God panel with who was it? It was P Mars was in there and Kaysen was in there and Amdir was in there and it was last night. And P Mars was asking like where do reasons come from, or maybe Divinity was asking it. And it's like to me like reasons come from like having a goal, because otherwise I don't know how you would like index that to something like you mentioned like utilitarianism. You know about like famous like counter arguments for that, right? Like the repugnant conclusion. Yeah, so like that to me is brilliant, because you can take somebody and like 100% utility versus two beings that produce 95%. I'm going to choose option B every time. But when I'm confronted with infinite people with barely any utility versus one person with 100% utility, I withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
But because I was on board at one point and now I'm not on board anymore, that just means that there's some threshold such to where index to some goal, in this case providing utility, I'm going to agree. But at a certain point, I'm gonna like do some like conjoined ethical system where I care about like I don't know, like
the well-being.
Well-being. Exactly. But if I just do the rule-based ones like deontology or something, like if if somebody had the power to unalive everybody in the United States unless I gave them one of my hairs, right? But I have a rule that imposing on somebody's will is bad and always bad. Obviously, I wouldn't hold to that in that case, because though they're imposing on my will, the utility that I provide will out. So it's like kind of this like symbiotic kind of relationship of like different ethical views that I hold. And anyway, I've been yapping.
That's okay. We're both yapping. We don't have any ops up here, so. No, I get it, and I feel the same way, right? Like I'm really hesitant to just like adopt any like philosophical framework as the 100% correct and true framework to be, because like that suddenly feels really dogmatic to me.
Yeah.
And I think you can almost always construct some kind of hypothetical in which you will renege on those views in lieu of something else.
Yeah.
Because like I think you can get more and more outlandish, or like you can create some kind of reductio that breaks everyone eventually.